Welcome to the SNN Network Canada virtual event. I'd like to introduce our next presenter, Hadi Abbasi, CEO of Atlas Engineered. Sir, the floor is yours.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I apologize for the delay. We had some technical difficulty here, and I understand I have 15 minutes to present what the company does and to answer any questions you have. And I already got a few questions. So I will just give you a quick overview rather than going through a slide by slide. Atlas Engineered Products started in Nanaimo, British Columbia in 1999. That's when I bought the company, and the revenue was about $95,000 a year, and I paid $45,000 for it. And close to 4 years ago, we decided to go public. And one of the biggest reasons we went public was we wanted to mirror what Boyd Auto Body did in Canada a few years ago. And that's why we went public, and to do the roll-up strategy in our industry. Because in truss manufacturing, there are a bunch of old-fashioned second or first or second or third generation company that with no exit plan. And this was a great opportunity for us to do that. And in the course of what we've done since we've done the roll-ups, we have 9 plants right now across Canada. And our strategy and footprints in Eastern Canada to Western Canada. But the biggest dream we've had, or I've had, and we wanted to do due to shortage of labor in our industry with carpenters, framers, and the process of building houses. I've seen it in Europe and in other countries that they are more developed than the construction was more developed. We want to introduce the lockup package to our industry, and that means building the trusses, building the floors, building the wall panels inside the factory as a component, and then shipping it to the job site and assemble the whole thing together. This one will be a first-time mover across the nation, and that's that's our big dream, and that's the process of, we are in the process of implementing that next year. I took over the company, came back to become the CEO of the company last year. And my number one project was to solidify the foundation, the management team, and the leadership, plus start making profit for the company and start improving the bottom line and the efficiency. And we have accomplished that. And now by that, we're going to use the future and move into the future of producing the lockup package into our industry. And that to us is a game changer in the industry. It's going to be a long process, and we are not going to rush it. We're going to do it properly. And that's what Atlas Engineered Products is all about. And then, and the expansion and the M&As are all, we work on that every day. And how we expand is through M&A, purchasing other companies. The other thing we're doing is major for us is organic growth. And the other expansion we do is we identify the pockets in the country, and then we set up independent manufacturing companies managed centrally by us, and that's how we expanding our business across the country. That's really, I apologize to rush it because of the time restraints, but that's what Atlas Engineered Product is about, and that's what we're doing. And I will just go to the Q&A, and the first question was, what would you like to see the company in 2 or 3 years from now? The company in 2 or 3 years from now, rather than me giving you a number or anything there, like we had started at 8 million. Right now, this year, we will hit the 50 million mark, and next year, we will have another increase in there. But in 2 to 3 years, we would like to see the revenue of company go over $100 million. But the biggest thing is we need to solidify our process for lockup and delivering lockup packages and pre-manufactured component housing to the industry. And that's what the future of our company is. And once we have solidified that process in Canada and we have a footprint across Canada, then we are going to move to the USA. And that's really the answer. So when does it start? So we just started that. Okay. So I'm looking at how do you plan to transition your operation on M&A access into higher share prices? The market hasn't given you full credit from the very strong performance of the business in 2021 and going forward. Great work on the press front, a long-time shareholder. Thank you for being a long-time shareholder. And really, we are going to do the transition of operational and M&A access into higher share price. I can't control that. All we can do, we have the power in our own hand to do what we do best, make money, and make sure the shareholders get a return on their money and run a proper business with a proper strategy. And the share, eventually the market will identify us that we are not just a bunch of companies that they build trusses. We are an actually technology-driven manufacturing company that the product is trusses and walls and floors, but the actual technology we use to design a structurally engineered sound housing is where our main drive is. And eventually the market will find out what we do, and the price will be what it's supposed to be. We have the warrants that is hanging over us in February, and I feel like once the warrants are done, and it could be either they will cash it in and it's fine, we have a strategy to make a bad story to a good story for us. And if that happens, we will use the cash on some major expansion for us. And if it doesn't happen, we still go ahead. We have made enough money and we have a good bank deal that for the future success and future expansion, we are not going to do the private placement and anything at these prices and dilute our shares. We're going to stick with what we have and make money and use our cash like the old-fashioned business of expanding. Then there is a time and a place where our share price is supposed to be where it is. Then we will look at that private placement and stuff. But at the moment, I don't see it. We need it, and we are not going to do that. And really, that's the only two questions I had there. And unless there is any other questions, I apologize for being a rookie on this call. I have never done this. This caught me by surprise, and I don't know what to do next. All I know is I'm excited, and I'm glad I got a chance to present this to everybody on the call. I wish I could see everybody where I can. So, and I thank you for your time. So,
Patty, you may have a few more questions. You can go up to the top right-hand side and on the Q&A tab to review all of your questions.
Okay, so where do I do this? So the Q&A, I am here. And then I don't see any more. Okay, maybe I'll press the refresh button, see what happens. I apologize, I'm not the technology. Okay, I've got it now. Are you planning to acquire a company in Quebec? What are you using this market? So the M&A pipeline is full, and yes, we are looking at that area too there. However, this is a slow, methodical way of doing things, and then the expansion and the integration takes a long time to do that once you purchase a company. And unless there is an amazing deal or opportunity to come at the moment, no, that one's, if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, and that's what we go through. We go through the list and we do it. Otherwise, yes, Quebec is part of Canada. We already shipped it from our Ottawa Merrickville branch. We already ship product to the Quebec provinces, but yes, we are looking at expanding there. And basically, yeah, we want to be across the country. Can you talk us through how much cross-selling has been done between roof truss, wall panel flooring to date, and how much opportunity there is going forward? So I don't understand the cross-selling, but all I can tell you is, if I can explain it, the old way, when we just did trusses for a home, say imagine 1,000 square feet home, the cost of trusses was about $4,000, say $5,000. We added the floor to it, it became $8,000. Now, if we add the wall panel to it, and we're doing it in certain branches, that $8 a square foot becomes about $25 to $30 a square foot with exterior and interior walls. And that is the organic growth and the opportunity we're looking at doing, and that's what our program is all about right now. And the next one is, do you plan to expand into the USA? Yes, absolutely. That's on the plan too there. And then in due time, we will be in US too there. And the next question is, how much time do you save contractors in getting to lockup? The time is absolutely imparable. Like once the process is perfected, that we have it there, the design time and the structural design and how you design the whole house to go together smoothly takes longer. That we do it behind the scenes with our designers and engineers. Once the design done, we can manufacture the whole thing in 1 day and have it on a job site and have it assembled in 3 days. and put together in 3 days. And that saves a lot of time. It saves them a lot of money on managing the project and making phone calls by project manager and dealing with delays, dealing with waste on the job site, and getting the weatherproofing done right away because everything's manufactured inside the house. But the biggest difference to a contractor is that once they have the lockup, that's when they get the biggest drop. And they have the fastest speed and the house is locked up and they can finish the interior, the kitchen, everything. And then they can turn over their building right away. But the biggest advantage to them is when they get that cash, because the biggest draw in construction happens at the lockup stage. And that's where the efficiency will come in, so there is no delays in construction. How much additional volume has the automation allowed? How much further room is there to automate the existing sites? When it comes to automation, you never finish because there is always the human being's creative mind. Automation happens every year, and a new process comes up. There is a time and place. When you look at it, you have always room for automation, but you have to have an eye on return on your dollar and what money you spend and how much you're going to get return on that dollar and how much labor hours is going to save you. If the right time comes and the right machine comes around, we will always look at that. And we will look at the machineries and we will look at how to expand it and how to make our factory more efficient. But the biggest thing right now is what we look at, but the automation, what I've seen is there are certain machineries we can buy because certain factories we could run 16 hours, 24-hour shift, but due to labor shortage and everything, we can't. But I'm looking at the machineries we can do, we can add, that eliminates that labor need so we can keep the lights on 24 hours a day. And that's how we get a return on our investment. Next question is, could you describe some of the technology you are using? Basically, the technology we are using, we are in partner with Mitech that they supply our plates, and Alpine that they are, and other companies use it, that they are the two companies, the biggest in the world and North America, that they supply our plates. And they give us the software for the design engineering. Plus, we have Birthright and other floor softwares we use that we custom make for our operations. And everything depends on the technology we have. We have those softwares, we have the designers and engineers that they work on them, and it's all AutoCAD basis. And we spend a lot of time designing and perfecting the system, perfecting the building, perfecting the trusses and floors and walls. And once we design it and we are completely satisfied, all we do is we press a button and the machine takes over and we manufacture the product. The design time is a very, very important part of our business, the technology, and the future is bright in that. There is like the artificial intelligence, everything's there. And our IT department and the technology we have, I can brag about it that it's one of the best in the country because of the power we have as a publicly traded company. And you can never have enough technology and design and electronic and the IT power in there, because the more you have and the more knowledgeable you are, the more your operation and the smoother your operation becomes. So I don't think I have any more questions. Okay. Can you? Okay.
Okay, Hadi, if you're all done, we can end the call.
Okay, I have one more question. That says, can you talk about the current LOI that is in place? The current LOI wasn't in the radar. Like our pipeline for our M&A and stuff across the country that I've been working on in the last couple of years and stuff, that is full, and I've been working on them diligently. This one just came out of the blue, and it caught me actually by surprise. And if anybody ever asked me about reading my top 5 wish list of the companies we wanted to purchase to be a part of AEP, this company was way above. And that's why in the last 3 months, we worked really, really hard to make a deal with the company and add it. And I can't wait till we close it and publish what it is and the name and everything there, because it's absolutely the synergy, the compatibility, and how the integration will go, and how it fits our corporation. So moving forward, it's been the most amazing opportunity for us there. And I am very, very excited about it, and I'm nervous till the day we close it down and everything's going good. But it's an amazing, amazing opportunity for AEP. It was one of those things we could not refuse. And that's what this recent LOI is about. And then he said, thanks, Hadi. Thank you, everybody, for being on the call. And I'm sorry for being late. I'm a rookie in electronic, and I apologize for rushing it. And thank you for your time, and you're generous to give me time to speak to you and talk about our dreams. I really appreciate everybody's time. Thank you.